So here we have a pair of Nike V2K runs, and this is in the platinum tint and photon dust color. And the trainers themselves is one of those ones that again is a kind of recently retro sneaker and the popularity of Y2K sneakers currently. And the original date for these was around the early 2000s. So it was one of those sneakers that was made predominantly as a state-of-the-art runner back in the day, and now used more as a sort of lifestyle wear. Not to say that you couldn't wear it as a running shoe as well, but that's the origination from that. But there's obviously better running shoes nowadays than, you know, comparing to this. And like I say, it was a sort of 2K runner as well, so it was one of those ones where, you know, it's sort of classified as part of the Y2K trend. And with the details, this comes in a platinum tint, photon dust and white colourway. And in terms of tech, it's quite sort of basic because of the price range, but it has a dual density foam in there, so I'm not sure what the other material is that's used on the bottom half of the sneaker. But to the touch, it feels quite sort of firm. But the upper is made of Cushlon, which I usually find to be more on the sort of softer side. But with this one, you know, it seems to be a bit more firm. But it's still, Cushlon's still sort of a nice neutral kind of cushioning foam material that's used usually on the midsole by Nike. And it also has a midfoot TPU cage system similar to the Vomero, and this kind of provides you with that sort of lockdown feel. So when you tighten up the laces a bit more, usually what happens is this sort of pulls inwards and gives you that sort of more lockdown feel. And again, like I said, because it was used as a runner, it kind of helps with lockdown. And it also has a TPU plate in the outsole, so this is stopped from the trainer from basically twisting and, you know, twisting your foot as well. So this rubber panel is serving that purpose, and it's right in the middle of the sneaker, and it's probably like the main show of the sneaker itself, having this sort of split sole design. And it's made up of pretty much synthetic materials. There's no sort of premium materials on this, as expected to be a runner shoe, because it's more sort of lightweight, and that's the purpose for it. And the price is £109.99, so this is more on the budget range of Nike runner sneakers. So with the comfort and sizing, this is on sort of the medium to firm side, so it's not really a soft, plush, cushiony feel, but this is more neutral, so I'd say it's similar to, probably not as nice as a 1906R, but similar to a Adidas or Ketro or a Asics GT 2160. So it's more on the firm side, but still kind of neutral at the same time. And that does have, like I said, good neutral support around the arch as well. Being a runner, it's one of those ones where, you know, it's going to be okay for that kind of stuff. And no wear in time with these. I think they're pretty good to go out the box. They're quite loose from what I found, and I have a wide foot. I went up half size with these, and they seem to be fine. And that's why I would recommend going, for most people, to go true to size. But because I have a wide foot, I just went up half size with this one. But for everyone else, I think true to size would work on this, because you have plenty room in the toe box. And it also has really good traction as well, so similar to all the other sort of Nike sneakers from that generation, it has this slick design where you've got the waffle pattern on the forefoot of the sneaker, and sort of helps with grip and stability, and same for the back as well. So, you know, you do have these patterns on there, and it works well in my opinion. It's grippy, and you kind of expect that from a running sneaker. So with the look and style, I do like the neutral colours on this. It's got, they're calling it sort of photon dust, but I can see it's got almost this sort of dark midnight navy blue colour going around it. And the overall sort of silver and white colour on here is really nice. And at the end of the day, it's still part of the Y2K trend, and the aesthetics very much dictates that, and is very similar with all the sort of wavy TPU panels and silver leather panels on the sneaker. So it does give you that kind of look on the budget. And in my eyes, this one's got the chunky midsole, so that's what makes it different to the Vomero. So as you can sort of see, you kind of sit almost inside the midsole itself, and this sort of the slightly bit of the upper wraps around your heel. So it may look like you're kind of slightly lower down, which is true, but there is a bit of, you know, your foot sort of goes inside here and is sitting inside the midsole itself. And I think the good one for sort of spring summertime, because it has a lot of breathability, and, you know, being able to sort of walk around in these, like I said, because it's got neutral footing, it's a nice one to sort of walk around pretty much all day and not have any issues, and Obviously, you know, if you're going on holiday and things like that, it's a good pair to have because it's still slightly on the cheaper side than, say, a Vomero or a New Balance 1906R. And like I say, it's one of those sort of sneakers that you can wear casually. It's not a sneaker for smart wear, really, and it's got that sort of sporty street vibe to it as well. And it comes with the white laces, but there's no reason why you couldn't put in a pair of sort of navy or black pair, or an also sail pair to match the midsole. So that should be good to go. So with the final thoughts, I do like the fact that the sneaker's a cheap sneaker. Obviously, you're not going to get the tech that you do in a Vomero, for instance, or a New Balance 2002R or a 1906R. However, if you want that Y2K sneaker look on a budget, then this is a good option. And I think they're pretty lightweight as well. Like, considering they look like they've got a chunky sort of midsole, on foot they feel quite light, so which is a nice thing to have. And like I said, it does give that Y2K look at the end of the day, so you should be good to go on that if that's what you're after. With the cons, I think the comfort is on the more firmer side. It's not like it feels like really firm, but just be noted, it's not as soft as the Vomeros, so it's slightly more on the firmer side. So it just depends on what you're looking for in terms of comfort. And also in terms of the ratings, I give the look and style on this a 4 out of 5. I think they're actually a nice pair of sneakers. Is it something that I'd wear over the Vomeros? Probably not, but if you're, like I said, on the budget, then it's a nice looking pair still. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. It's all neutral comfort at the end of the day, but it's not like it's awful, and you know, I'd be happy walking around in these all day. And the quality, I give that 4 as well. Like I say, it's just the materials on here, not the greatest, but at the same time, it is what it's, you know, made for its intended purpose, which is a lightweight runner. And the price, I'm going to give that 5. I think for £110, you can't really go too wrong with these, and you know, you can pick them up on sale for around sort of £75–80 as well. So at that price, I think they're definitely worth it compared to other sneakers at that price range. You know, picking up a pair of Adidas Gazelles or Campuses. I'd much rather go for something like this, but it all depends on what you're looking for in terms of a sneaker. But you know, for me, I'd go with a budget runner all day long at that price. And that's why overall I give it a 4 out of 5. It's a solid sneaker. It's not as nice as a Vomero, which I think is a 5 in terms of comfort and looks, but this one comes close in my opinion. And like I say, if you can't stretch your budget to a Vomero, then this is definitely worth grabbing, especially if you can pick them up on sale.